way to work, and I've decided that I was definitely drawn to that Solar Lion 111144 for a reason, and I'm going to, within the next week, book a session because I can encourage people to get spiritual healing all day long, but I need it too. And I really need somebody to talk to who is not only totally spiritually awake, but so far advanced, so far ahead of me. And I guess I feel better knowing that I wouldn't need to be in some full-blown hypnosis to talk to this guy and have him read me and have him ask questions and ask his own sources questions. And it's really kind of sickening to me because I 100% believe the fact that what I experienced was a horrific spiritual awakening that was timed, that I was not ready for. And time's not really real. I understand that. But it's at least like 75% real, at least in this reality, because this shit with me was perfectly timed with fucking Mercury retrograde. And that Mercury retrograde in September, I think that bad boy was different. I think that there were like 5 planets lined up. I mean, literally, there was a lot of wild shit that happened with that Mercury retrograde, and I literally thought I was gonna die. Cannot believe I didn't die. And it perfectly lined up with, oh, here's that stop sign I was at when I almost got freaking killed last week. But it lined up with a bunch of Jewish shit like Rosh Hashanah and Daniel's 70th week or something like that. I don't know. Lined up with the 2 witnesses of Revelation coming forward, and all of those leaders going up and coming up with this new 10 Commandments thing, and this Jewish Messiah fella coming forward. A couple of them, I think. An old guy, and then Yanuka Rav Shlomo. But anyway, I want to talk to this guy because if I had just nothing more than a psychotic break, I'd like to be told that. If I didn't have a spiritual awakening that was literally probably some of the gnarliest ass shit that anybody's had to experience, and the shit leading up to it that I haven't spoken about, because I understand that it doesn't matter what I really say. I look like a psycho. I look bad in so many ways. And if all of these things are, well, that was almost my fault. If all of these things are why the world is so dangerous for my 2 kids, my little bears, well, I feel like fuck you. Literally, to everything. I'll swing against everybody to swing for everybody, and it's bad. It looks like the truth is really, really, really frightening to look at, and to hopefully prepare anybody for an event called Christ Consciousness. It is an actual event that people are experiencing, and I've had to walk the last couple years the line of the mental health racket, because January 28th, after Biden got into office, I literally, and leading up to that for 17 days, I was literally fucked up, and I didn't know what else to do. I was so afraid. I saw everybody's hearts getting attacked. I saw God getting attacked, and freaking had a brain aneurysm or something. Literally, it was so bad, and I had to go see what they were doing. The front lines of the mental health dunk tanks, not wards. And as a super conservative Christian, right, literally raised with the Fox News programming so hard, raised watching Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and all these freaking people. And I was so vocally Trump during election season that I was in Facebook jail forever. Literally spent all of my time in Facebook jail. Every time I put up a pro-cop or pro-Trump something, I'd be in Facebook jail. And the shit that they do censor versus the shit that they don't censor is really something else here. Wait till you fuck around and find out if you start looking around. You'll be pissed too. But within 15 minutes of me talking to this head doctor, because that's all you get is 15 minutes, the first competency question I was asked is, who's the president right now? And I'm very vocally upset, right? Very vocally upset, going, I am not handling this election well. I feel so bad for the snowflakes I used to make fun of when they had a fucking breakdown because Trump won. I'm having a fucking breakdown just like them. I'm so fucking upset that I was ever mean to people. Literally. My third eye was fucking terrified open because the world was being seized spiritually. And I could fucking tell. But I didn't know. And I literally went there and was just like, I feel like God's under attack. And I'm just scared. I'm really scared. I didn't tell them that I felt angels crying everywhere. Horrible. So then I'm like, okay. Maybe I'm just having a total fucking mental breakdown. And first question, who's the president of the United States right now? And I said, fucking Biden. And this head doctor, this jack-off man, gets up, slams the door. It terrified me, literally scared me so bad. This guy was so mad at me for being upset about the election. And this other guy comes in, and a couple women come in. And they're like, you're scared God's under attack? I'm like, yes, I am. They've closed the churches and they're ripping God stuff down, but Satanist shit's going up and this is okay? Like clearly things are taking our children. Like clearly things are literally attacking our kids right now. Yes, I'm scared. They said, you're bipolar. I was like, huh, really? What's your political affiliation? They said, do you think you're a prophet of God? And I said, no. But what's the difference between prophetic and passionate? Like, people aren't allowed to be passionately feeling about God? It's fucked up. Literally so fucked up. They charged me. Man, they charged me up when my whole life all I'd ever dealt with was depression and anxiety and actually OCD. Everything is OCD. Everybody is scared. It's a disease of fear, repetition, ruminating thoughts, literally. And I took the medication. They fucking literally bound me up on antipsychotics. It fucking made me sick. these premonitions and visions and dreams and shit that I always had, they still came through. It just fucking hurt. Then, I turned off the news in January, did shadow work. I did not know that I was doing shadow work. It's what everybody has to do. And I'm serious. If you start going into your mind, you could be on the front lines of mental health yourself. You could have a fucking breakdown. And it's pretty much a guarantee that to go through this shit, you're probably going to have a fucking mental breakdown, especially if you're religious. And these people saying that the spiritual battle is spiritual, like that the World War III is spiritual, yes. Look at the front lines of mental health. That's all they'll show you on the news. They don't show you what people are fucking talking about, though. So, I'm gonna talk to this guy because the shit that I had to go through during Rosh Hashanah and leading up to it, and then it was like October 2nd, like Days of Awe-ish or something. I had this like freaking plasma weighted. Felt like a cloak put on my shoulders, right? This has been totally fucking horrifying. So I'm gonna be forever Ricky Gervais at the Oscars. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. If I can make this easier for anybody, that's great. If you have no clue that there is a huge difference between being spiritually awake and spiritually asleep, and that's why the good guys keep losing, because these assholes are out here spiritually awake, pretending to not be, and these actors are showing us the truth in these movies, and they're acting like us in past lives and shit. We are literally the same group of people who have been getting fucked since biblical days and beyond, just stuck reincarnating. I think that's why the spiritual battle is so bad in the other realms and in the other densities. I feel like so many good players are fucking trapped here, and if you don't practice, if you don't understand spiritual ascension, right? Waking up consciously and realizing this is a fucking simulation. A very real one. It's totally real. This is all very real. But this density is a simulation. I think pretty much all ours. Fucking living, doing different shit in the galaxy and incarnating in different areas and blah, 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 blah. If you can get out of here, this world's a shithole. This world's a shithole. Doesn't have to be, though. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to talking to this guy, because I'm totally fucking psychotic, or I'm not. I think I've been a pretty reasonable, rational person my whole life. Yeah, I'll beat the fuck out of you if you hurt my children or something. This shit that I could do with my bare hands is sickening. Too many people like me. Too many people like me out there who are probably very spiritually important, and they need to remember it, so that when they get the fuck off this planet, they can go help their homies. These are all of the things that I think, and some of the things that I'm going to talk about with this guy. I think I might book him twice. Once to just cry and try to walk him through some of this shit, because I don't have enough time in the day. Literally, I'm going to be in fucking therapy my whole life. This has been horrific. If you don't realize that there's a difference in consciousness, start small. Paul Wallace, Eric Von Daniken, Mauro Bellino, all of them coming from a Catholic background, out here really kicking the doors open, really giving everybody 20 million, all of these spiritual people are giving you 20 million different versions of how the story actually could have went down. That is not this bullshit they're feeding us. Oh, it's horrible. I had no clue. I had no clue these people even existed. Even David Icke. David Icke got 20 some books for a reason.